All right, guys, cat's out of the bag. Got a new, another Honda. This one's gonna be for Kaleb. And it's not just your average Honda. As you can see, you got my 250 here. Mine's just, basically stock with pipes. And right here you got, well, bam! 300 RX. Got the 300 kit in it. So far, there's like no videos on YouTube of 300 versus a 250. So basically, we're the first ones. So it's gonna be a sick day. Taking both of them to the this place called the Sand Pits out here in Tennessee. It's gonna be sweet. Obviously, the main difference is the 300 kit compared to a stock 250 with just exhaust. They both have recluse. They're both similar as far as like small add-ons, like they both got a recluse. This one's got a full exhaust system. It's Bill's. This one's got factory connection suspension. Mine's got dialed suspension. I mean, they both got suspension work. Other than that, I mean, everything is pretty close to the same besides the motor. So it's gonna be a sick day testing them out. About to load them up now and meet up with everybody. So we'll see how it goes.
We're here today comparing the 300 RX RedMoto kit versus the stock 250 RX. Both bikes have pipes and both bikes have rake loose clutches, so it's a pretty even comparison. Trevor, what did you think about it? The differences in the power.
The 300 is pretty sweet. It's got a lot of power. We're at the sand pits today, riding it in the sand. We rode trails too, but in the sand, the 300 was a lot better because like you had to really ride the shit out of the 250. Sometimes in the corners and stuff, where that one you just bounce out of it. But I mean, as far as comfortable, that one, the 250 is a little more comfortable just because we haven't literally made any adjustments to that one. The bars are too far forward and stuff. But the tank is a huge deal. I want to get an IMS tank on mine just because it's so much more narrow than the RedMoto tank, because mine sits out a lot more. But I mean, other than that, I mean, 300's sick. I don't know if I'd ever spend my money on one just because they're super expensive. I think I'm going to try the 270 kit. But I mean, all in all, it is a sweet bike.
But what if you hit the lottery? Would you get one?
I might do it then.
if money's not a factor.
Right, we're just saying,
100%.
is the power worth it?
Oh, it's worth the money if you got it, you know? If you don't mind spending the money, it's definitely worth it because it's kick-ass, but...
Right. And then the tank you were talking about, it uses the R shrouds instead of RX, so it's a lot narrower. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Right.
It's a different shroud.
So as soon as I got on them, I was like, damn, man, this thing feels so much more...
I noticed the narrowness for sure. I didn't notice the shrouds, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to actually...
And I forgot to mention, we got the fast guy's opinion, average guy's opinion, and the old guy's opinion. So we got everybody covered. All right.
Pretty much
What'd you think?
Ditto to everything Trevor said. I 100% would go with the 300 engine package over the stock 250 RX engine package. You can, even in the deep sand that we were riding in before we went to the woods, you can be in third gear in a corner, and once it starts to bog, you just roll on the throttle and it pulls itself right out of the deep sand and it's ready to go. With this, if it bogs down a little bit, you're all over the clutch and trying to get your RPMs back up to get back on top of the sand. But like Trevor was saying, suspension wise, they're a little bit different, so it's hard to really compare to get up to that speed.
Right.
But they haven't had the bike that long, so there's not really that many.
Right, and all we really can do, all we
but,
really can do is compare the motor because you know everybody's different on suspension.
Engine wise, 100%, I would fork out the money for the RedMoto 300 kit.
How much is it? How much is it?
With 3 easy payments of $35.99 for over 60 months, it can be yours.
And I agree with what y'all said too. Vet guy's perspective, if you wanted to be the lazy vet guy and just throw the rake loose in it, pop it in third gear and not have to shift, you can do it with this kit, which you definitely can't do with that. So
no, with that you got.
It's going to work out great for vet guys.
Yeah, you got to rev that one for sure.
It's definitely got more power than I was expecting. I don't know about y'all, but on the aggressive map, you might see in the video, maybe not, I don't know. Like if you do try to joke around on this bike, you could make a fool of yourself. I'll just leave it at that, so we'll just see.
That was awesome. You can't goon ride on that bike, huh?
Oh my god. When I did, I was like, oh fuck, I did not mean to do that. Like that was way more than what I was going for.
Oh wow, I'm flying through the air.
Yeah.
Fucking Talladega Nights.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it can benefit.
It's got some power though.
It can for sure benefit both ends of the spectrum. If you want to cruise around, whatever, the power's there if you need it. And then on the other end, if you don't want to go to a 450 because of the weight, and that's a factor, I would 100% go with the 300 kit.
Right. I agree 100%. For me, I'd much rather have this bike just because it feels still like a 250, you know, real flickable in the woods, not super heavy. Plenty of power. I mean, most guys are never going to utilize all the power this thing has.
Yeah.
You might, we not so much. So,
and even we're riding in sand, and it still will just pick up like that and just take off.
Right. Did you even try any of the other maps, or you just give me everything you got and that's all you ever do?
He probably rode it on stock because I changed it when we were in the woods. I was like, I'm gonna ride it on stock and see if you can tell a little bit like
When we
more
were
of a
over here,
difference. Yeah.
on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
towards
over
the
there
end
it was
you
on
did.
aggressive, correct?
After you knocked the wheel back and stuff, it was on stock.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Yeah, over
I
here
don't know
was
if you
aggressive,
could really tell,
and there we
but-
did change it once.
Okay. I mean, over there I was riding a gear higher anyway, just because it was tight. And
Right.
even when you're riding a gear higher and you want the power like now, it's there. It's ready for you.
Yeah, everything you could do on that bike in second, you would be always a gear higher on that thing.
Yeah, for
always. Every turn, third gear, or that one you'd have to come into it second and then click out once you started going. Good.
That's also what I was saying over there. If you're having to like quick shift a gear, then you're right back down. Like it's almost like an in-between gearing ratio. Like the next corner's coming up quick, but like you're revving it out to make it to the next corner. The 300 has plenty of over rev to give you that little bit of extra to where you're not in and out of gear. Like you're not between a gear. With this one, I was having to go from like third to fourth and then back down to third to hit a corner over here. With this one, third would make me all the way there without even coming close to rev limiter. It would give you that extra bit of over rev to make you to the next corner.
Yep. So that answers the next question I was going to ask. You not only did you not lose any top end on the big bore, you actually gained top end with this bike, which is
Yeah, it's kind of. I didn't really
Right.
think you would actually have that much more. I thought you would only really notice it like on the bottom end, but it's crazy. Like he said, mine you're at the you're at the top of the gear quick, and that one it just kept going, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So it's the best of both worlds, basically.
Basically.
It's worth it,
Yeah.
hands down.
Like if we were to take that engine and put it in Trevor's like cockpit area
Right.
to where it would feel comfortable, it would, best bike.
Best bike,
Yeah.
perfect bike. You think you'd be able to stop vendors run on that bike setup?
It definitely would help. Cause I made my bike too goddamn fast, so.
Right.
Well, hopefully the next time we ride it, we'll see. Have the bars changed a little bit, and
Right.
I don't know how much we can do with suspension, but we'll
Sorry I
see.
cussed on your channel. It's getting taken down.
Wow,
It's
demonetized.
It's kids only.
Say it's kids only.
Yeah.
PG.
All right, so you still think you're just gonna go with the 270 kit because you're cheap, or
I'm a broke boy.
What do you got? Flash Trevor's truck. Block the license plate.
Yeah.
Bro, on forces over here. Texas
Right.
edition.
Right.
Because seriously, how much is the 300 kit? It's like
$949. Yeah, $950.
So it's about twice as much.
Why was
as
I
what you
thinking it
spend
was
on
more
the
than that?
270 kit,
It's
right?
$950. Comes with piston, rings, cylinder, gaskets, and the mapping.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
send
only-
them the ECU, right, and they remap it for you and send
Yeah,
it back.
but if you have the Honda tool, they can email it to you and you can
Oh,
map
okay.
it yourself.
well, it's only almost $400 more because the 270 kit's like $600, ain't it?
No, it's 500.
Oh.
Barely over 5.
With no mapping.
For some reason, I was
With
thinking
no
300
mapping,
kit was
yeah.
like 1500 or a little more.
I would be curious though to see what the 270 feels like next to the 300.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. We'll see. When the
I
time
feel like
comes.
without the mapping, it'd kind of be an on and off power.
Yeah.
It'd just like a hard hit. Like it just on and off the throttle.
Basically like the 350. How we were talking about comparing that to the 350. You know how it was just kind of weird throttle response. I feel like if you do the 300, you definitely have to remap probably. Because they said for the 270 you don't, but I feel like
it would be better. If you
yeah,
did it now.
I'm sure it's definitely worth it, worth the time to do it.
Even a stock bike can benefit from mapping.
Yeah. So.
Very true.
But
So
other than
did you just change your mind since you realized it wasn't $1,500?
that- yeah, I was a little scared at first. I was like, I don't know, but I mean that's actually not bad. I don't know. We'll see. Cause that one runs so good now. I hate to do a top end in it, but I do want to try something different with it. So we'll see. I mean, it is getting some hours on it.
Preventive maintenance.
Yeah.
You do a top end before it needs a top end.
Yeah.
No, you just wait until the crank rod splits the front of the cases.
It windows the engine.
All right, guys, now it's time for a top end.
And 2 cases.
Yeah.
You'll have
Are
that.
you gonna make the big announcement about last minute racing?
Big announcement.
We're going full team Honda next year.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this will be what y'all see next
Yep,
year.
Full team Honda.
Full red. Maybe Dalton will be on red.
Yep.
We'll see.
Our attorneys are talking to
Possibly.
his representatives right now. You know, it takes time working out big
Talk to my
deals like that.
manager.
You know,
Send me- P.O. box.
talking saving figures. You know, it takes a while, but he may or may not join the race team. We'll see.
Yep. Maybe we'll do some more GNCCs or something. Do a little bit more than just mid souths and stuff.
I've done one. Well, technically 2. The other one I raced the buddy class. It's a lot more fun trying different race formats after racing Mid-South for like 20 years.
Oh, for sure. I'm with you, man. Sprint enduro is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy races too.
If your bike's not feeling right, you have 20 minutes to adjust your clickers. Like, all right, we'll go try this next test.
I like those buddy races just because you can go out there and ride your ass off, take a break, you're never tired, then you go ride your ass off again.
It's pretty much the same thing sprint enduro. Same
Yeah.
way, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
super
haven't got
fun.
to do one of those yet. I want to though, bad. There's just none that are close. But
All right, you closing this out?
other than that, tape.
And